Crimson Moon is a game we've been covering here on the channel pretty much since it was announced. I recently did a preview for it where I played the game through Parsec, and I got to give you guys my first impressions on experiencing that gameplay. And today, I wanted to bring you guys some more gameplay. This is going to be of the very first run that you get to do in the game because we want to avoid spoilers as much as possible. This is what happens immediately after the tutorial. You have unlocked this war map here that gives you access to a variety of missions, even though it's going to be fairly limited at the moment because you're only going to have the very first one. We're currently in the main hub of the game. This is where you come and get your quests. Like this guy sometimes gives you a couple of side quests, which I believe we call bounties. Then sometimes other NPCs will also give you side quests. The NPC that you see in this general direction is the lore master, so she keeps all of the records that you find while you're out in your adventures. Over here we have the blacksmith, and then over there on the left side we have a vendor that will sell you consumables and stuff like that. And I believe that more wings of the hub will eventually open as you progress throughout the game, but in the very beginning these are the things that you have available to yourself. So you're going to be going ahead and jumping into the war table here. And in the war table, we're going to be choosing a mission. Right now, we're limited to the Forsaken Streets. And it says, beyond the doors of St. Uriel's chapter, where the dead prowl, blight-ridden streets, lies the treacherous path to the Archspire Cathedral, one fraught with tragedies that precipitated the demonic siege. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to choose this one right now. We're going to select this particular mission. And that is going to go ahead and activate the portal, which will let us go into the section where we can kind of like choose our loadout. Now, I'm not sure which loadout options I will have right now because I'm not sure which version of the game I was actually sent, so I don't know if there's anything that we can actually equip. But the idea is you're going to be unlocking equipment as you do these multiple runs that you're going to be going throughout the game, and then you're going to be able to come in here and choose which equipment you want to take with you on each of the expeditions. So we're using the loadout right now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit edit just to see if I can change anything. So right now we can only use the Crimson Oath Broadsword, which has the special attack impaling throw. We also have a pole arm. You will usually have, as far as I'm aware, you always have like a sword and board type of weapon. And you also have like a two-handed weapon if that's something that you prefer to use. You also have different angels that you will be able to equip. This customizes your angel form, which is kind of like your Spartan Rage when you press down on both analog sticks and your character just like hulks out, becomes a massive angel. So yeah, right now we only have that. Eventually you'll also unlock armor. Oh, looks like we do have some armor. We have the Valiant Greaves, which appear to be just worse versions of our pants. We also have the Valiant Cuirass, which also has worse stats on everything, but it does have a passive bonus. While suffering from burn, frost, poison, or bleed, you gain plus 25% bonus to all attacks. Also have a Valiant Helmet and Valiant Gauntlets. I'm not really going to be equipping any of that. That sounds like some crazy business. So we're going to just take what we have right now. But like I said, as you play through the game, you're going to be unlocking more things that are going to be giving you different stats, and you're going to be able to go ahead and take those with you as you progress through each of the runs. So right now we're going to just be jumping in with this particular loadout.
Now that you are prepared, you may proceed through the portal to begin your mission.
You'll also be able to do this in co-op, so at this point co-op is already unlocked, so I could have just been doing this mission with another player if I chose to do so, but I figured we'd do it solo for our very first run. So let's go ahead and see what we can make happen. As we jump in here, I'll go through the different controls for those of you that are wondering how the controls work. So right now we have two skills, as you guys can see. One of those skills is associated with our shield. The other skill is associated with our sword. In order to access your skills, you're going to be pressing the triangle or the Y button. And then it's going to bring up your left trigger or your right trigger. And basically, depending on which one you press, you're going to get a different skill. So left trigger right now is the shield skill, which is a shield charge. Now, if you notice on the bottom left-hand side, you'll notice that this consumed mana. So I'm kind of just like wasting my mana to show you guys how this works. If you pressed R2, you would like throw his sword and his sword actually gets impaled onto enemies and stuff like that, but I'm not going to be doing that because I also need to save mana. I still need to make this run somewhat work. As you progress through the game, you'll also be able to encounter, like, additional potions you'll be able to drink and so on, but we still want to be a little bit conservative here when it comes to that stuff. Now, if I hide my face cam here, you'll notice that on the very bottom right-hand side, you're going to see like a buff there. That's a passive buff. I'm not exactly sure which buff we have right now, if we can even see it, but there is a buff that we have down there, which maybe it's giving us bonus health or something like that, or maybe regen or something along those lines. But yeah, you'll be able to see those when you are playing through the game, but I'm going to put my ugly mug in there because why not? Now, in terms of controls, basic controls, if you want to swap to your two-handed weapon, you just press up on your D-pad. You can also do it using mouse and keyboard, which would be the C button. You guys can check that if you want to do that. I prefer using controller, as you guys are no doubt aware, but basically, currently our two-handed weapon, kind of like a halberd type of thing, or a glaive, whatever you want to call it. Personally, I prefer sword and board, as you guys are no doubt aware. But the controls are very similar to what you've experienced if you've ever played a Souls-like game. So you press your right bumper, that's going to be light attack. You press your right trigger, that's going to be heavy attack. Heavy attacks can be charged. You press your left bumper, that's going to bring up your shield for blocking. You press the left trigger, that's going to try and do a parry. I actually don't know. It looks like you can also parry if you're wearing if you're wielding a two-handed weapon. You can also block, but most likely you'll take additional damage. That would be what I would expect. If you press square, you're going to drink your healing potions. And then if you press each of the associated D-pads, you're going to use the different stuff that is down there. I'm not sure what the yellow potions are. Maybe stamina, maybe something else. I don't know, some type of buff that I'm getting from that one. If you press right on the D-pad, it's going to throw that throwing knife, and if you press down, it's going to drink the mana potion. Now, at the very bottom left-hand side, you'll also see that there's 3 helmets. Those are your lives. So that is the amount of times that you can die before you're going to get sent back to the main hub and expect it to go on another run and start over. A little bit more powerful because you're going to be unlocking stuff as you progress throughout the level and all of that good stuff. Now, you can also dodge by pressing circle. You can jump by pressing X, and triangles like your modifier, and square is for drinking your healing potions and so on and so forth.
Another Nephilim for the slaughter.
Each mission has multiple paths.
Want to live.
Let's go ahead and interact with the statue.
You'll heed my warning if you know what's good for you.
I never know what's good for me. That's just the way that it goes. It appears to be glowing for some reason. Retrieve the artifact. So we retrieved an artifact. I don't know why this thing glows, but yeah. Let's go ahead and see what we can make happen. We're meant to go this way. Doesn't look like we can open in here. Is this actually different than the very first time I came here in the Parsec session? Seems like that. Litany of the Holy Phases. The Holy Phases. New Moon, cleansing, quiet renewal, and planning. Waxing, celebrations to channel strength. Full moon, illumination and power, communion with the most holy and this throne. Waning moon, shedding of the old skin, the shattering of the coil. Blue moon, a rare time of gnosis. Okay, all of this stuff is going to be available for you to read back at the Lore Keeper, should you want to do that. So we're not going to be reading all the little tidbits of lore we're going to be encountering. So we have an enemy here. Lock on works like you would expect if you press down on the right stick. We can block. As you can see, there is chip damage. We can also parry. If I'm able to actually land those parries. I wanted to land the parries so that you guys could see over post, but still haven't gotten that quite down, so I'm already wasting potions. Jesus! Okay, I can't parry to save my life. There we go. There, we parried. You're not going to see me do that again because I just wasted all of my potions. It is what it is, but you will be able to refill your potions as you go. Oathbound elixir, you apply oil to your weapon. The next 5 attacks gain attack power. Okay, so that's what the yellow potion does. It's actually an oil that you put on your weapon. So sword and shield does get oils in Crimson Moon, something that we don't get in Monster Hunter. Oh well. Mana flask refill. Nice. I'll just go ahead and drink a mana flask, and I'll refill this. So like I said, you will be able to refill your potions as you play through the game. Let's go through and see what happens a little bit further ahead. Let's try... Oh, interesting. Notice how the potions actually stayed in the ground. I drank 2 potions here. They stayed in the ground. That's an interesting little detail. I hadn't noticed that the first time around. We are running with everything pretty much maxed out, but we're also using a little bit of upscaling. So I just did a running R2. Ooh, okay. We can equip these pants. I hope we eventually get something that allows us to automatically pick up the gold, because the gold is always something you want to pick up. So we can replace our sword, even though this is the same damage. The only thing that really changes the bleed projectiles. I guess we'll do this and we'll use the bleed projectiles. This sword also looks pretty badass, so I guess we'll take that. Am I supposed to go this way? I guess so. Oh yeah, this map is definitely different than the first time I went in. At least from what I can remember. It appears to be different than the first time I played on Parsec. Let's go ahead and use the blood projectiles. Oh, that's nice. Oh, we were breaking his gauge. That's what the gray stuff was. You do have stamina. You can see that on the center of the screen. Hadric Knight Helmet, Patient 0. Being poisoned no longer damages you, but we lose magic defense and mana, but we gain... I'm just going to equip everything we find. Why not? Maybe we'll unlock it or something. We'll see how it works out. There's also stuff that you can just store to take back with you, which I assume will then get purified. We broke this guy's posture. Just a good old R1 spam. We did get punished there. Ooh, Rotkin Curse. Aftershock technique. Weapon art attacks that create damage zones fire twice. That's pretty cool. Autumnal Helmet. No, I'll keep the Patient 0 one. Throwable ammo. Gold coins. That looks like an archer. No thanks. Damn, the armor looks very different. Look at our armor right now. I like the fact that... Oh yeah, there's also backstabs. I'd forgotten about that. I like the fact that our character looks remarkably different already from when we started, just because we swapped a couple of pieces of armor. Oh, snap. Maybe I should have read that. That was some lore, though, so it's fine. We'll be able to read that back once we meet up with the lore keeper. Now, these levels are not procedurally generated, so you will be seeing the same levels, but the layouts and the enemies will change based on which run you're at. I gotta pay more attention to my stamina. There it be. It's another enemy taken out. Initially, I thought that the game was going to be significantly more fast-paced, but I actually prefer the slower-paced combat. Okay, this guy is likely going to be challenging, so I'm just going to shoot him with blood. Now I'm going to shield bash him. Whoa! He's got a hella stagger. Hello. Oh god. All that potion drinking early on trying to show off how parries work didn't really work out for me all that well. Okay, we get to do an execution. Chonk! This is one of my favorite aspects of the game. These wicked-looking executions are really nice. So we have Revenant Blade, encase nearby foes with frost. Ooh. I will take that. And we have Amulet of Crusader's Might. Ah, while your health is at or below 40%, you recover 1% of your health. Attacks deal 25 more physical damage. We'll do that. I think we can... Can't we have both? Well, regardless, we don't need to take that one because that one's already unlocked. Our health is not looking too healthy. That's the one thing I'll say. However, encasing foes in ice might end up being really useful, I hope. Now we also have Rage, which is what you guys are seeing there. You and enemy attacks can apply many status ailments. Each status effects deal damage or powers their target in unique ways. Okay. Let's keep moving in this direction, see what else we can come up with. I feel like this run is going to end really, really fast, considering that I wasted 2 potions too early. Oh. Hello.
I ain't speaking to you, beast. Church folk done enough harm round here. I ain't opening my door just to die polite. Go on now. I know what you are.
I'm a Nephilim, though. I'm one of the good guys. Okay. Jeez. Oops. I probably needed to be closer to them to make that work. Okay, we have Rage. I'm playing very safe right now. We do still have 2 lives, so we should be okay. Okay. I will take this. Yes! Health flask refill. That's only 1? Ooh, that is not good. Okay, we'll also take those. And obviously we take the gold. Gold is a currency that you'll be able to use in between runs as well. Looks like we have a chest in here, so we definitely want to get that. That one was really close. What's this? No, we have better. Frozen Vow. Ooh, light attacks apply frost. Yep. Yep. This is very good. Because now we have passive frost. Alright. I'm curious, are we able to go this way? No, but there is an item here we want to pick up, maybe? Lore shenanigans. So we've acquired some more lore. We now have way more buffs. Like, let me actually show you guys. If we hide our face cam, you guys can see we have way more buffs. Eventually you'll be able to identify these, I'm assuming, at a moment's notice by just looking at them. I still can't do that, so it is what it is. Okay, let's get to it. Advance to the next Chaos Gate. See what other stuff we can get up to. We're looking kind of low on mana, so I'm going to drink a potion. More lore. You'll likely want to read this when you're actually playing through the game, but for the purpose of this gameplay showcase, I'm not going to be stopping to read every little thing. Ooh, we have an elevator. And this sword looks really cool. Even though I expected it to look more blue since it does frost, but it matches with our armor, so we're already fashion maxing.
The cries of the dead echo in the void. The moniker, reborn, repeats amidst tellings of a heart. They come from below.
Okay, so this is a point at which you'll be able to select a power. So you can stand in sigil boons and then you can use them. Sanguine Slam. Heavy attacks apply 500 bleed. Soul boon. Physical damage per 1,000 souls held. And weapon art auras are doubled in size. I'm just going to take the passive. So basically now we can do frost with light attacks and bleed with heavy attacks. That sounds interesting. Let's see how that works out for us. Whoa, what the... Did it just close behind me or something? Okay, so looks like that door is closed, so we're going to be jumping down here. Whoops. Luckily, no fall damage. Oh, I think it's only charged heavies, right? No. I thought charged heavies were supposed to deal poison damage. Okay, let's get rid of this archer. Mana flask refill. Okay. There's an archer shooting at me up there. I can probably shoot blood at him. We'll just loot this chest. Hello, hello. Ram gauntlets. When you enter Angel Ascension, poison all enemies, or light attacks have a 50% chance to apply Sunderance. I like that, and I'm also going to store this one. Oh, there's also a new weapon, Purifying Blast. Consumes all status effects. Target enemy to cause a burst of damage. We're going to store this one. So you store stuff, and then you can get it, like, purified, and maybe you'll be able to use it. I just want to store some things to be able to take back to town with me. Things are not looking too hot for us right now in terms of our resources. Who's a big boy up there? I have to play this very safe. Hello? Toxic Strike. Light attacks apply. Oh yes, we're doing that. He seems upset. Oh, we got potions for some reason. See, we got him frozen now. We put a lot of status on him. Oh, crap, I was supposed to finish him. Bonk! Alright, now what is this weapon here? Crusader Longsword, don't need that. It's actually kind of weak. Adric, no, I like the Resounding Charge. Divine Focus. I think I'll... Oh, I can't store that one. I'm not taking it. Why can't I store it? Oh, because our storage is already fully taken up. That kind of sucks. Okay. Let's go through, though. You will be able to unlock more of those as you advance through the game. But because this is the first run, we're still very limited in terms of the amount of stuff that we can store. We will take the gold, my good sir. Oh, this is where we came from. Is it where we came from? In that case, I probably have been coming the wrong way. Very well. Let's go back down. I'm assuming then in that case we have to take the elevator, because that's the only other exit out of here from what I can tell. Oh, there's a big boy. Oh god. More bleed. Bash. These guys are very dangerous. I always forget that there's a bit of a delay between when you kill them and them actually dropping things. What's this? Ooh, new shield. Shield Bash, Cleansing Pestilence. Okay. We'll take that. that's life number 1. These guys are very annoying, so I just went into angel form. Deal as much damage as possible. Alright. We don't need that. Throwable ammunition, doesn't really matter. More throwing knives. Okay. So, we need to keep going this way. What's this? Oh, I keep forgetting to use those. +4 crushing damage. And relentless momentum. Sure. Pretty much the same thing we already had. Let's go ahead and take that. Some more lore. Now we got 3 more power-ups.
The source of the infestation draws near.
Charged heavy attacks, hits against marked enemies recover 20 mana. Heavy attacks have 30% chance to apply poison. Poison attacks deal 25% more. We already are doing poison with heavy attacks, so we're going to do that. And I need to focus on doing more heavy attacks now. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. Hello? Goodbye. Templar Revive. While reviving an ally. We don't do reviving allies right now because we're playing solo. Aetheric Greaves. When you hit a burning enemy, we're not going to do burning enemies, so we're going to leave those behind. Let me just check what's in here. Oh. Just a dead not Seraphim, Nephilim. Wonder if there's like secret walls and stuff like that. Because I don't actually know right now. Now do remember, you can play with a two-hander. I just choose to play with my one-hander because I like that better. Hello, sir. Oh, snap. Two of them, huh? Nice. We poison him. We bleed him. I want to bleed his friend too if I can. Okay, that guy's ready to be executed. We're gonna go do that. Blammo! Whoops. That was not smart. Keep forgetting that follow-up. Good lord. Pretty sure you might be able to parry these guys. I just have skill issue. Blammo!
To be so grossly incandescent.
Oh, we just randomly had somebody subscribe to the stream. Let's see. I'm not really streaming. It was just a coincidence. Let's see who we got here. Heavy attacks, 30%. Poison deals more. Right now, attacks deal plus 50, 25 physical. I think I'll keep the physical. And hit a burning enemy, we're not taking that. Templar Revive, not doing that. And Ashen Verdict. Looking good. Our health is not looking too good, but it is what it is. Whoa! Careful. There's another big boy there. I'm gonna drink a mana potion. Keep trying to punish this guy from range. That was pretty badass though. I just risked everything on that parry. I need to be risking more on parries. Practice that timing. What do we get here? Throwing knife. I need to use more throwing knives too. Scorching Verdict. When you hit an enemy with a heavy attack, they have a 75% chance to suffer burning. So I can get rid of light attacks applying 250 poison. But it's a heavy attack. Well, everything that I'm doing is heavy attacks right now, so should synergize with that rather nicely. Let's go ahead and grab this chest, see what we can make happen here. Could do with some refills on potions. Worm Tongue. Well, ours is just doing regular stuff. That's the two-handed weapon. What do we have here? Ooh. Artifact? Oh, we're supposed to return to the merchant, so we completed like some type of side quest or something. I love the art style. I think the art style looks really good. Let's go ahead and carry on. That's crazy. Where your health is below... Okay, that's... Divine Mandate. You enter, exit, Angel Ascension. Nope. You get to do like poison and fire and whatever. Oh, this guy. Screw it. See, this is how I overcome my skill issues. I just become a big angel and kill all the things that are a problem. You just overcome skill issues like this. What is this? Revenant Blade. Winter Sun. Do I want that? Holy Fiery, just when you block an enemy attack, they have a 50% chance to suffer burning. It actually sounds like a good idea. I'm gonna take that. Wait, how is the damage? I didn't even look at the damage. It's actually weaker, so no. I need damage. Covenant Sword, Impaling Throw. Holy Fire Aegis, same damage. Perfect. So basically the same thing the other one had. Whenever I block, I set them on fire. I like that. I like the idea of blocking an attack and setting an enemy on fire. That sounds like fun. However, I'm not sure how much I can block, considering that when we block, we still take damage. What if I could make the archer be set on fire? Come on, do it. Come on, do it. It's only a 50% chance, so... Doesn't actually seem that good.
Nephilim.
Keep
the
forgetting.
Concentration of hell growth lies at the end of these halls. Beware. Something terrible stands its guard.
Locate and enter the Nexus Gate. Oh! Right through here, I guess. Hello. Hardening Elixir. You apply oil to your weapon, you gain 75% slash... Okay, that works. So now we have a different oil to the blade. Okay, so what can we do here? Hit an enemy with light attack, they become marked. Health is, you gain 100%... No. 3 hits on a single target, you gain rage. Yes. Oh. This is the gate? Then what's happening over here? I don't know, but I want it. I will take this. Like I said, more lore shenanigans. What else do we have here? Ooh. Oh, we're back to full potions, which is good. Status flask refill. Nice. So now we have that big status flask again. I guess that's that. Ooh, it's boss time. I wasn't able to beat this guy on my second run last time, so... I'm gonna do my best, but he's challenging. He's such a pretty boy, look at him. Well, at least we still have 2 lives, so there is a chance. Our health is still looking decent. Charge heavy. We did set him on fire. Perfect. Damn, that was really fast. Down to our last life. Let's actually use one of these. Ooh, the running attacks can also be charged. That is good because you can cover a lot of distance this way. Oh, this is the perfect strat. I just run in, give him the old run, the old drive-by hit. Okay. Want to attack me? Yep. Damn it. Paid for that one. Doing good, doing good. Okay, we can now go angel form. Let's do it. No, 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 not like this. Shoot, I'm gonna die. Drink mana. Gotta play it safe. No, I risked it all. Still need more practice, but that is what one run of Crimson Moon looks like. Now, like I said, now you get to go back. It tells you, like, how you did, all the things you unlocked, all the bonuses you gain, and the next time you go in, you're going to be stronger. And that's kind of like the way that Crimson Moon goes. Now let me know how you guys feel about Crimson Moon in the comments section down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, bell notification icon, all of that jazz. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay strong, stay safe, peace out.